Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are... Would have helped if I had unmuted you guys. Sorry, can you do that again?
Hiya, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd, and I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter and the captain of the ship.
Hey, I'm Ockar. I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl. Apparently, we don't matter enough to be voiced.
You're
Hello,
unmuted
everyone.
now. It was just Braxon.
Hello everyone, I'm Salem Water. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, Seshatharp, an elven wild mage. God.
You can stick with your old name if you feel like it.
Well, she could learn how to pronounce her name properly.
Bit like Lafdul in his titles. Hey, speaking of, I'm Zakat. I play the character of Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest and thief multi-class from Realm Space from Evermeet. Great place in, for elves. His gimmick is coming out with fun titles that I totally will fail most of the time. So his current title is the oh god, I've already failed.
Lackadaisical?
Yeah. Well, I love the way you know the word.
Mm-hmm.
Lackadaisical dilettante of the sesquipedalian. No, that's wrong. Malaprism. Yeah, malaprism. All right, I am struggling with this one. There it is. You can type that in.
Lackadaisical dilettante of the sesquipedalian malapropisms.
Oh, I envy you.
I know, it's almost as if I talk for a living these days.
Why do you make yourself
because it's funny.
say all that lot?
Masochism. That's why. Masochism. I mean, anyway.
It's supported by a co-player, don't forget that.
Oh yeah, you definitely influenced one of those words. I can pronounce two of them, but when I started to look at the rest I have to pronounce, I lose what I was meant to remember how to pronounce in the first words.
Yeah, I know the feeling sometimes. Like, and you're like
They're
looking
not
at the
easy
later
words.
words, dreading them a little bit, and then that fouls you up on the earlier ones that you might know, kind of thing.
Yeah, the first two words are really easy. There's like, oh, I can't even do it now. Stage pressure.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical dilettante of the sesquipedalian malaprisms.
Yes. That was good.
I don't even know what sesquipedalian means.
No, me
use
neither.
of like long words.
Oh, okay.
Syllables in a minute.
When you said lackadaisical, I imagine Madonna
There we go.
singing "Touch" for the very first time.
Since people were asking.
Practice of using big words. A very long word. Hey, that means me. I do that. I like this new word.
I was going to put, instead of dilettante, I was going to put master. I was like, there's no master in this. What's the opposite of master? But low effort word.
Apprentice. You'd be the apprentice.
Well, that would indicate that he's training under someone.
Mm.
I don't know. Are you training under anyone for that?
No, wow, he's always, it's a lifelong career training under Aravin's teachings, I suppose.
I think that Lafdul is quietly observing Braxon to learn the best way to be a worshipper of his deity.
I tell you what, there is just some kind of amnesty going on now. Is that the right word now? I've lost
Amnesty.
words. No,
When,
armistice. No, what's the word for hostility? It begins with A. It sounds like that. Armistice. No.
I know the word you mean.
Yeah, I forgot what it is.
Animosity?
Yeah, that's
Animosity.
it. Thank you.
That's the one. There's no animosity.
I mean, that's exactly what someone who has animosity would say.
Yeah. See, I'm just in like a massive mind fog now. I can't even think properly. I require other people to think for me.
Well, the good news is that you have about a 20-day trip ahead of you in which to get out of
Some
that
gems.
mind fog. So, you in the last session, you'd arrived at a new crystal sphere, and
Got
upon
shot at.
entering, yeah, you encountered some ships that began to dock with each other to kind of form a larger ship. But you were saved by a fairly large asteroid vessel that just rammed them as they were beginning to combine.
Yeah.
And they signaled to you as they were leaving to meet them at the nearest planet, which, of course, would be this one here.
I suppose we owe them something now. I think we could have got out of that ourselves, but I didn't want to start an international incident.
Well,
You rate our abilities very well, sir.
there were two that were docked, and you saw at least two more of the same ships coming in.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't see the need. To kill them, and they wouldn't. This is the reason, would they?
Apparently not. All right, so you've got a bit of a trip in front of you. So you've already you went into spelljamming speed for basically like a few minutes in order to get to swap helmsman's back because Leva had jumped on the helm and now you've got, I think it was Nor back on the helm. Because you're in the first shift, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes. All right. So with that, you can continue your journey. Luckily, given the proximity of those other ships, it would have taken a few minutes for them to get to spelljamming speed anyway. So you are safe from being followed immediately, but you do need to get on towards that planet as quickly as you can.
Yeah, well, I don't think they'll chase us.
Well, if they decide to chase us, I think we should just flee as fast as we can.
we are fleeing.
Well,
So
future encounters.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that the two ships that were having a go at us got rammed, so they will be rescuing their companions.
The two vessels got completely obliterated as well.
Yeah, so they will be looking for survivors. If nobody lived, then there's nobody to say who we are.
They could still be quite angry and follow us.
Oh, they might.
They collected whoever they can collect.
They probably will be angry, and we have a rather unique ship, so I don't think there'll be any other battle dolphins in this crystal sphere. It's a fairly new
suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
When we drop out of spelljamming speed to change helmsman back, let's change direction too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take like what, a couple hours off course, or
Doesn't have to be much.
Yeah, a slight change is enough to mean that someone cannot intercept you on a straight line course, kind of thing. Like if you go, if you shift it by just a degree, you might have to do a correction. But like, here's the thing: is like at the same time, let me get my ruler. You can see my my ruler, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, you kind of have this gives you a good visual of traveling. You actually have a lot of different ways that you can get to this planet.
Mm.
You can go to here, and then to here, and then here, and then here, and then here. you could go, and it's the same number if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, like, just from that point of view, because
Mm.
you're like every time you're changing helmsman, you're going to be doing like a course correction because
Yeah.
you got to stop for that anyway. You can't just continue on moving constantly. So, like, just from that point of view, you can see that you have a lot of different ways to get there at the same time. That means that it would be extremely unlikely for anyone to be able to follow you directly. They might be able to get there at about the same time as you, but you have a lot of different options in how you go.
Yeah, if they assume we're going to that planet.
True.
So the question when we get there is, will there be anywhere for us to bring in the big ship? Because it doesn't land on the ground.
Well, you were asked to meet the other ship there, so you
Yeah.
probably want to wait and see what they have to say first.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been able to get a good view of that planet yet anyway. Like, you don't know anything about it at the moment.
That's true. There might be some friendly countries and some unfriendly countries.
About all you can tell from this distance is it's not a spherical world, and
It's not right.
it does have a ring.
Ah, right. Does the planetary locator give us size and type?
No, you can generally figure some of that out just from visual cues, though.
Right. Okay.
The astrolabe, I think it's good enough that you can get general sizes. I don't have a problem with that. So it's size D.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
That's the same size as crit.
Yeah, but I mean there's still a pretty wide range of numbers
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
there.
Same size range. Smaller than Toril, if I believe.
Mhm.
Is it a ring made out of stones, rocks, and stuff?
You won't know until you're closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
From right here, it basically looks like Saturn to a certain extent, like the rings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There might
We
be a
might
port
be
in the
able-
rings.
We might
Sorry.
be able to hide within the ring, you see. That's why I'm asking.
That's true. That's true. There might also be a port in the rings. It's better than on the planet.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. So to move to the
Remind
next.
me,
I'm sorry.
was it 4 days for each one of these
Yeah.
squares?
So I will let you guys decide which route you want to take, and you can go ahead and move to the next square that you want.
Go there.
During this long trip, I will be cutting gems.
Okay. All right. So the first 4 days of travel are uneventful. I am going to say that Solas, since his player is not here today, is going to be spending that time basically doing like self-study for his proficiency that he's trying to gain. He's done enough
Right.
study with Leva that now he just needs, like, there was a limit to what he could experiment with out in the Phlogiston.
Yeah.
Now that he's in wild space, he can make those experiments, confirm for that, confirm for himself what he learned and stuff like that. But he'll only need to ask you for occasional help as opposed to need direct tutelage for the rest of this trip.
Right.
So he's
So
going to be
not
working
making
on his
paper
own for
then.
that, and that conveniently puts him out of making decisions for a while.
He's not making paper then.
And because I forgot the number of rerolls that players have, Braxon has 0, Finn has 2, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 1, Leva has 0, and Solas has 2. Dungeon Master has 0.
That's how it should be.
Oof. Oof. Rude. Hey, you know I use those for NPCs too.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's just go down the list. Braxon, on the first 4 days, what is your... What are you doing on the ship?
Braxon's still fiddling with the bag, trying to sort out money. He might have a talk with the others, because they might say we'd rather have more money than get rid of the dragon's money. And he'll be praying to his deity.
Okay.
Because he doesn't get the contact home power spell. He'll be praying to his deity for guidance and some sort of sign that Patar is... Well, no, he knows Patar's in this sphere. He doesn't need a sign.
Well, you might want to sign guidance or something like that.
Yeah, he'll want a sign of guidance, but he doesn't need confirmation that Patar is here. And I guess it'll also be... he might do some ceremonies in front of other people if anyone wants to join in.
There are certainly a fair number of Ptah worshipping crew members, so...
Right. So he can make sure... He can make more of those little holy symbol things.
You easily have, like, a congregation if that's something that you'd want to have.
Yeah, I suppose he can make his own church when we get back.
Alright. Ockar,
Yeah,
what are you doing on the first 4 days of the trip?
I'm basically gonna be doing the same stuff I have been doing.
Okay. Continuing to be verbally berated by Sard. Okay. Finn, how about you?
Tending my plants, and I'm going to cast 1 shape wood to help repair the ship.
Okay.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, repairing the ship. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's what
maybe.
I was thinking.
You can go ahead and roll to see how many hull points you restore. That is...
So that would be 2.
Okay. Alright, so 2 hull points restored on the ship. That does use up 2 hull points of your wood.
Right. That's fine. So we're on 68 now with 2 down.
Okay. And then Leva.
Leva is going to read a book. And I think she will steer towards the book with the gold skullwork on its cover. And the title, Mystica Abjurator, written in Elven script.
Okay. That book is all about abjuration magic. So it's a type of book that can help you with any spells in the abjuration school.
Mm-hmm. Does she actually learn something from that?
Ephemerally, yes. Something that I will be detailing, no. You learn more about abjuration magic.
Okay, so she learns more about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a magical book in and of itself. It's like theory crafting.
You mean these details aren't going into the player's guide to the Company of the Broken Swords?
No.
PDF that you're making up.
Nope.
So, let's see. Does she finish the book in the 4 days?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. And then Lafdul.
Hey, I'm just checked to see how many gems I can cut in a day. Can't remember. 1d10.
Yeah, so you can roll 4d10. We'll roll for the actual gem cutting after, but we can figure out how many you get cut each day. That seems fine to me. That way you at least know when you're done.
I would be dedicating all the 20 days to it, so if it's just easier to just bookmark it like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like I don't remember exactly how many. I'd have to look at the actual numbers, but it.
I will make a running total of how many days we're traveling, right? So 4 days for gem cutting.
Yeah.
So far. If this is easier to do it like this, then.
Yeah, if
I
you.
believe it's 20 days in total to the planet.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it for all 20 though.
Right, but what
That's
I mean
true.
is if you roll 4d10, then you know how many gems you got cut in this day, or you could attempt to cut. Because there's a chance that you may actually finish cutting all the gems by the time you get to the planet or something like that, or to a different point, and you may want to do something else.
Alright, 4d10.
Mm-hmm.
So on that day I cut 19 gems. I will put these separate markers here, 19 gems. I will keep doing this every 4 days. Well, not.
Yeah, and I'll roll for the individual values and everything like that after the game. Okay, as a group, is there anything else that you want to do in those 4 days? Is there anything anyone wanted to suggest to someone else? Not tell them, but just suggest, hey, could you do this, or could you help me with this, or anything like that?
Oh, there was, and I forgot. That's no good.
Okay.
Actually, this is kind of like there's something I was thinking about doing. You know, with my shape woods, I can make can I make like a hollow sphere with like an opening? Because it says I can have moving parts, and it's just a chance of it failing.
With shape wood?
It's like imagine like a Pokeball, literally to hold a stone with continual darkness, but it would be completely encased. It'd be like a way to hold outside of a bag of holding. Can I make them?
You could easily make one that's not openable. You can make one that's openable, but I think that shape wood has some penalties if you're trying to have moving parts.
Yeah, I think it's like a 30% chance of failure, and that they just basically don't move.
Yeah.
In other words, I have to recast the spell. I'm only doing this a couple of times, just so basically, like, some people can have these capsules of like continual darkness stones.
Yeah,
could be useful.
one of the issues I think is that like,
I mean, Braxon doesn't have a way of carrying them. He has no pouch.
Yeah.
That's why I've only given them to like Leva and Solas, because they both have extra dimensional spaces.
Could you not put a stone with continual darkness in a pocket to stop it?
It'll leak out. It needs to be almost perfectly sealed.
Yeah, it really does. Like, think of when you like, if you turn on the flashlight on your phone and you put it in one of your pockets, you can still see that there's light coming out, kind of thing.
Ah, right. So darkness leaks out.
Yeah.
That's why it needs to be. That's why I'm thinking if I can do it with shapewood, I can have a. I'm not gonna do obviously 2 minutes because it's just silly having that. So it would just be for like Braxon and Ockar.
Yeah.
Maybe
if you're casting that, go ahead and give a roll.
3 of them to see. Was it 30%? So I will roll, but I need to double check if it's 30 or 70. I can't remember which way around it is. I'm casting 3 of them. And I will also memorize. Well, it's not going to matter. 3 continual darknesses. What was it? Oh, one of them obviously fails. Oh, where's that divine intervention when you want one-on-one? Druid's Handbook, because that's the easiest place to find the spell. It is a 30% chance that they do not work, so I assume 1 to 30 it fails.
Yep.
And I would just have to make another spell cast in another day. It was 4 days. I can just roll to cast it again. Or...
Yep.
My intention's only, barely.
Okay. Now,
So-
to remove that, that is going to be a round action.
Yeah, it's not something that can be done easily. It's designed to seal it in, but it is openable.
Yeah.
And I will obviously hand one to Braxon, one to Ockar, and one to Finn, so they can open it out, and they've got like a little stone with continual darkness. Who knows if they have a use for them, but
Okay.
it could be useful. Pocket darkness when you need it.
It does sound very useful.
Okay. And
The hard thing is going to be if we threw it into a room. It
And
would
they
take
break.
ages. Well, no.
Continual light cancels each other. If you want,
Right.
if you get blinded, you can just put out continual darkness and it'll break it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if someone threw that into a room, we'd have a job finding it.
Yeah, if you don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Or infravision in this edition, sorry.
also, like if you throw the whole sphere in, that would break it.
Yeah.
Might not be a chance. I can make them thinnable that they could probably smash on impact if that's.
Well,
what people
the big
prefer.
thing is like the hinge part.
Yeah, it's a weak point.
Yeah.
Can you do that on sling bullets? So someone could
Yeah,
take one out.
it's literally a small stone that can be used in a sling.
Right.
Leva and Solas, I believe, have some. I don't know if they need more. Solas is not here. I don't know if Leva still has hers.
I'm sorry, it has some. Somewhat.
Stones with continual darkness on. I will make you some if you need any.
I don't. Let me have a quick look.
I think you'll find that Solas is here. He's just observing a vow of silence.
I'm almost certain Solas has one.
No, I only have the continual light.
Oh, how does this interact? Because they're not in separate spaces. I don't know if you can have them in the same.
You can't have them in the same
space.
extra dimensional space.
Yeah, so it's either light or darkness.
Yeah.
Do you prefer darkness or do you want to keep the lights?
Clara would prefer the light because those she
Okay.
can make herself. She will, however, take note that you can make continual darkness. She might come for one.
I just got time at the moment while traveling. That's all. Spells that are free to cast.
Question?
Mm-hmm.
So, how big is the area?
It's half the range of continual light. Give me a second, I will tell you. 30-foot radius.
So 60 feet across.
Yes, 60 feet radius for continual light.
In that case, no. Thank you, but no. She thanks you.
All right, so you get those 3 made. And Finn, since you had 4 days, did you also want to cast a second shape wood to try and get the ship?
Oh, that was
fully
that was something I was going to cast as well.
Oh, okay.
I had one memorized. I would probably take more spells memorized, actually, considering I'm doing these other things. How many third level spells have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I've still got contact and power up, so I can replace them. Yeah, I will. I have one more shapewood spare.
All right. So go ahead and roll. See how much you repair.
Study 100. Yeah.
All right. So 2 more hull points repaired. That, of course, does use up 2 more hull points of wood.
That's us back up 70 now, so we're good.
Yeah, I was only going to take one and take the other. So.
Thank you very much. We
Until
are
we get
now.
a stone ship, then I'm not doing this. It'll be Finn and Solas, you know, elements worth.
We're now down to 11 whole points worth of wood.
Oh, we're running out.
We're not running out of wood.
I mean, I can always reshape my golem, sad face, into ship wood.
I mean, if you got super, like, there may be opportunities in this sphere to get more if you feel you need to. Alright, so those 4 days pass uneventfully. Go ahead and move to the next one.
Okay. Got that one.
Okay. Alright. So this time I'm just going to kind of go, is anyone doing anything special in that 4 days? If you're just doing what you were doing before, that's fine. Braxon?
Braxon wants to have a look at the position of the planets to see if any of them have a retrograde orbit or are stationary.
Not as far as you can tell in either case. They seem to
Right.
orbit as expected.
Right, that's good.
I see an entry in the library tab of our document that says we have additional books that need to be checked or are uninteresting, but 4 possible spell books among them. So Lever would actually look at those.
I have no idea what that's referring to.
That's old. That's from the 28th of August 2021. Just going through this and seeing this.
All right, hold on a second.
Maybe we just throw it away because we never cleaned the tab.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Additional books that need to be checked or are uninteresting or possible spell book. That was from Red Newell's Sorceress Room.
Yes.
I think you've either done that or, like, I mean, I don't know exactly what that's referring to.
I see a tick next to it in column D.
Yeah, it doesn't have a title, so there's no...
Oh, that D is identified. So maybe somebody pulled those books out and gave them their own entry.
Where do you see that? Anyway, it's... I don't think we need to clean that up now, but if that is still active, then Lever would do that.
Let me see. Hold on a second. This is why I encourage you guys to check the stuff pretty quickly. Alright.
Should we get rid of some of those blank lines on that page?
What?
There's a bunch of blank lines at the top. I'm wondering if we should get rid of some of them.
Yeah, well... Yes.
I'll get rid of 10 to 20. Still leave us a couple of blank lines in case anyone wants to do anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's this old now, because that was back in 2021, I think it's just skip it kind of thing.
All right. Yes.
Actually, thinking about that, wasn't there a book there that people are arguing over whether it goes to?
Too late.
Okay.
I mean, if you have stuff in another place with a description on it, that's fine. But if there's no specific description, then I think we're just skipping it. Maybe it got like in the trip through the vortex, that stuff got damaged or went overboard unnoticed or something like that.
Did we get rid of those shimmering discs? I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know why they're on there.
They are there. Solas and Leva blew one up, and they sort of got very careful with them for some odd reason.
I can't remember if we.
I thought-
I remember us selling them for like a couple of hundred gold for like curiosities for another mage.
Yeah, I thought we were going to sell them.
Now I'm pretty sure they were, so that just wasn't deleted.
All right.
I'm like 90% certain that. Because he just said about clearing the library up, and I just want something to deleted.
All right. You do have items that haven't been distributed. You do have items that I think you guys would want to do some research on.
Yeah, we can't do research on the items in our library. Like the spherical object that requires a command word. We can't do command word research on the ship.
I'll let you do it.
What? Okay. That might be something for Leva to do. I mean, if she chooses. Because I think you need spellcraft to do those kind of things. I'm doing gem code, so...
I'm sorry I missed that because there was something particularly loud in front of the house.
What's it about?
Old was saying that he's allowing us to do command word research on our ship.
Okay.
I'm otherwise occupied with gem cutting if you want to do it for like the command word on the ball or something, because you need spellcraft to do it. I assume you do.
Leva wants to do the command word on the ring that she has, so she can actually use it.
Which ring is that?
You got the ring? I can't remember who got
I got the ring. I got the ring. Just a moment.
Was that the summoning one, was it?
That's here. There is a platinum ring with 3 faceted pale blue-white stones. Creates a small bolt of solid ice.
Ooh, that one.
And Leva got it because she wants to use the check whether the small bolt of ice is enough to then use it for the snowball. Small snowball
Okay.
spell.
Do you have to launch them, or can it just conjure one in your hand?
Isn't that part of the research?
You identified it. So it would launch at a target.
Okay.
You just target the floor and just pick up shards, I guess.
So yes, she's quite happy to do other command word research if necessary, but first she will do the ring.
Okay. So that will take 1 week. I'm fine retroactively allowing the previous week to include part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The previous 4 days, so that you'll finish it up on the end of this 4 days. And it will cost. Let's go with.
Cost.
Yep.
Cost.
Because you do experimentation. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with 1d4 times 100, and that was a 4, so 400 gold.
Ah, that's okay. She'll survive that.
And then give me a chance to learn spells, please.
Chance to learn. What's that?
That's under your intelligence.
Just a second.
And that will basically indicate whether or not you can do it here. There are other ways to get things like command words.
Oh, I see. This is just how you'll use it.
Yeah, there really isn't a specific research method for getting command words.
Chance to learn spells.
It's under your intelligence.
Yeah. It's like the 4th tab along.
I'm sorry, it's the what?
4th column along.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it might be 5. No. I'm looking
Oh,
at the
here we
blank
go.
one.
Oh, here we go.
6.
It's 85%. So it's a 1d100.
Yep.
What the? I think my roll 20 just. Yeah, it definitely.
Froze up or something?
Yeah, it doesn't get back to the normal entry from the one that opens the character sheet. Just a moment. I need to do a reload.
Okay. In the meantime, Lafdul, you want to roll 4d10 for the number of gems that you're cutting?
Sure. I was going to write 4d100 then. Oh, got a lot of gems that week.
Alright.
I think she knows.
Alright, so Lafdul has gotten 48 gems cut so far. A nice high number there. Okay, so Leva, you complete the research for that command word. The command word is far off. And remember that this item, since you've identified it, it was revealed that it has charges.
Yes, it says a goodly number of charges.
Mm-hmm.
So. Like this?
Far off, TH at the end.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. Alright, so you have that taken care of. Were there any items that people wanted to distribute or anything like that, or anything of that sort, or are you just waiting for things like command word?
No, we do have some items we can distribute. I think the potions of longevity, I think Braxon put an interest in for that, and Ockar, so it's just those two, the ones that are the humans.
Yep.
But we can roll for everything while Solas is away.
If he's put an
he-
interest in, then we can.
He did not. He's only put an interest in the Wand of Acid Belt, and I've put an interest in for that. I don't think we'll roll that one until he's back.
Yeah,
Shall we roll for the longevity then?
sure.
I think you have to mark down how many potions of longevity you've drank now.
I can't remember if I drank any. I drank the potion of youth at one point.
Yeah, no, these ones are different.
Hang on, is that on the potion thing?
It's under Black Hole number 46.
46, okay.
42, sorry. Well, no, I'm highlighting. Sour smelling.
Yeah, that's Braxon and Ockar.
Alright, so both of you roll a 1d20.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, Solas claimed the
I think Ockar's won.
Yep.
yeah the
Alright, Ockar, you get the potion of longevity.
I'll drink it.
No,
Alright.
straight off the bat.
He gets the cursed potion of longevity.
Just a moment.
It doesn't make you live longer, it just makes you feel like you've lived longer.
Do we... Well, no, we obviously don't know anything else other than it restores youth. That's all we know.
So do I get that potion of extra healing and the potion of regeneration as well?
I thought...
Yeah, nobody asked for them.
Well, I've got a ring of regeneration, so it's kind of moot point me taking that.
I mean, if no one else put down for it,
I thought that was more useful ship item, but if someone actually wants it, I guess they can have it.
Okay.
I think I've got potions of extra healing.
So,
I think you used your one, didn't you?
Ockar, you've never used a potion of longevity, correct?
Never.
Okay. Give me a 1d100. Okay. And a 1d12. You were 7 years younger.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
They're the bear potions.
How
Wow.
old are you now?
I'm now 24.
He's young and sprite. I was going to say same age in real life.
Think of
but I
all
don't
of
know.
the haste
Haste.
spells that could be cast on you now.
Actually, that's Ockar's true age. He's back to what his normal age should be. He's young and spry again. I guess I'm competing with Solas over the luck potion or whatever that is.
A luck potion.
That
Or
was still
the-
fast.
The gold scale on 10 changes will bring. Oh, I thought that was a potion. Never mind. I'll take my name off of that one.
That was a luck stone amulet. You got an amulet.
Yeah, I thought that was a potion.
Alright, so there were 2 potions that no one else had put in for Potion of Extra Healing and Potion of Regeneration that Ockar's getting as well?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, let me go ahead and...
I would have suggested giving that potion of regeneration to Thingy, but here.
I'll just put Ockar's name on them both, yeah?
Yeah, you can delete them when you've put them in your character sheet, okay. Have I?
Should I put all the details or just write down Potion of Extra Healing and Potion of Regeneration?
Because they might be cast and you don't know they're cast.
Yeah, keep the description of what it is.
Okay, give me a second. Let's see.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to distribute?
So,
There was...
I'm
The-
having to do multiple things. 1 second. Yeah. I'm making a screenshot of that because I forgot to add the skull and sphere to the thing.
Braxon was after an iron sphere that apparently traps creatures.
Yeah.
That's a 3-inch rusty iron sphere.
That
Research
needs a
stuff.
command word research.
Oh, it needs a command word, does it? Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Braxon would have taken it and just bounced it off of something.
You
can
could
ask
always
one of
ask Leva to actually check for the command word, research the command word.
I could do. Yeah, I need to give you a pearl, don't I?
No.
No?
You got to fund her research. It's not an identify.
Okay.
It'd be between 100 and 400, as I said earlier to Leva.
Okay. Yes, please.
Here
Okay.
you go.
So that's how long? Again, 4 days?
No, that'll be 7 days.
So 700 gold pieces.
No,
No?
I haven't rolled yet. You'll know when you're done, but you'll need to move 2 more tiles before you can finish that.
Pretty sure Ockar got the lightning wand. Not Ockar. Why has Ockar got an interest in the lightning wand?
Wait, what?
I'm pretty
didn't-
sure that was Solas that had an interest in that wand.
I don't think I
Doesn't-
marked that.
And it's got your name checked. I don't know if that's accidental though.
That might be an
Oh.
accident.
Yeah, no, Solas has that one. That one wasn't deleted. I'll have to wait until he's back to remove that.
Well, should we put a comment in this? I'll put a thing in there.
If you scroll a little further to the right, people got a fate tab, but I don't think any of us have realised until now, or at least I haven't until now.
Yeah,
What
I've put in
interest?
the thing for Fate who did
Alright.
Solas Focus. So that reminds us we've done something for that. So am I moving the 2 squares now, or was you saying?
Is there anything anyone else wants to do in those 4 days? Go ahead and speak up if anyone has anything else in particular they want to do.
Nah.
I got a fun little project I could give Braxon if he thinks he could. It's more like a hobby thing. You know how? Actually, no. Never mind. Forget it. I just realised because he's carrying Stone of Continual Darkness, there's risk of it messing up.
What?
It was going to be like a novelty little. You know how you get those like same thing, those sphere balls, but if you carve shapes in them and you put a light through them, and they do like a shadow image on the wall. And if you rotate it in certain angles, it's like really pretty. You get these like, I forgot what you call it. There's a name for it.
Oh.
I was thinking of doing
Wow.
something like that for you.
No,
like,
no. You just give me a fantastic idea. Braxon could carve the constellations of crystal spheres into wooden balls, like carve out the holes where the stars are supposed to be, and then we could put them in a dark room and we get the stars on the walls. I don't think he's artistic enough, but I think he'll try and learn how to do that.
Do you know how many stars there are on the inside of this sphere wall?
He only has to do the constellations for navigation purposes.
Right.
You got an astrolabe for that.
But you don't know the constellations of a sphere until you get to someone who's already done that kind of work.
Oh, I know that.
All right.
I know that. I just mean if he has, we've got some navigational charts, so he could try to make things like that. Maybe
Okay.
not now. Maybe not this second.
All right.
He could make things like that.
Hey, I love her. So it's not something related to it. Can you delete those 3 things that got highlighted so I don't have permission to delete them?
Just a second.
I thought you did.
Not to delete rows. I can...
Where are you?
41, 42, 43.
Yeah, but...
Black hole.
Okay.
I can delete rows. Maybe you've just been naughty.
Can you? I press delete and try and edit a protected
Yeah.
cell or object.
Yeah, but that's Lafdul's god punishing that.
It just means that I don't have to do the admin on it.
Better.
Those the ones I just took. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a little bit less clear on that sheet.
So now I've forgotten. How many days is Levalithana researching for the command word? Is it 7?
Yeah, it takes 7 days to
Okay.
research a command word.
So, we're still on the 2nd week currently. No, the second lot of 4 days. I mean, we've not gone on to the 3rd yet.
We've still got an electrum ring with a surface that appears like overlapping serpent scales that does some sort of healing thing that nobody's interested.
Oh, that's the one that steals life when you kill a creature or something, I think.
Oh, necromantic and healing.
Yeah, that's when I asked Kawato what he did. I am going on based on memory. I think I got it basically said he used it once to regain hit points or healing when he killed a creature or something. It like stole life off of it. It's not.
Is it
It's
evil?
similar to how your staff, your rod works, you can steal life off someone. I think it might be slightly different. You might have to experiment. I don't think it's inherently evil.
Can
no.
we get? Yeah, I was going to say, can we get Ockar to tell us if it's evil? Otherwise, Braxon will be interested in.
I mean, healing magic's necromantic.
His player stepped away for a moment. So when he comes back, you can. Pardon me?
Because that's like saying your rod of lordly might would be evil. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, unless it turns people into zombies or something, Braxon will be interested. I guess he's interested.
Okay.
We won't know until you use it, I guess.
Yeah,
What rings you got?
he's got a couple of rings now. So it doesn't really.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 4 rings now, so I don't really want to take more rings.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's an element of nobody else wanted it. I suppose we could
So
sell.
I'm getting too many items. I don't want to keep taking items like that ring, that sphere. I was really interested in, but it was kind of like it'd be really good on the warriors.
How many rings can we actually wear maximum?
2.
to.
Well,
Yeah.
let me rephrase. 2 will function. Any more that you put on that are magic will negate them all.
Will
So
negate
you
all.
can wear 10
That's good.
rings, they just won't do anything.
Okay.
I
So
believe
Lewa is
there's-
happy with her too. She doesn't need
Yes,
any
we got
more.
to swap rings out there. So I've got like my ring of regeneration I wear, and my ring that gives me more priest spell levels. But I swap out my ring of regeneration for my ring of telekinesis or my other new ring, which allows me to survive in airless atmosphere or something. I don't need food, water, or air.
I believe there's a magic item that allows you to wear a third ring, which is a necklace with a magical hand, which made from a real hand.
If that's going to play into our campaign at some point, who knows? I mean, that's a common theme of a lot of campaigns.
Yeah, who wants to go around with a dead hand hanging off their neck?
Well, it's almost like someone's got a dead hand for a holy symbol. Their
Yeah,
religion.
but no, that's a mummified hand. That's different. That's
Oh,
completely different.
well,
Now,
philosophy.
see, now who's being rude about someone else's religion?
You're rude to mine all the time.
No,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you kind of are. Kind of are.
Braxton just thinks it's endearing.
Oh.
I don't know.
I was perfectly fine with Batar until I met you.
Oh, wow. There.
Now I don't like Batar.
That's impressive.
Completely made me hate that religion.
Impressive. Okay. Alright, so you can go ahead and move another block
I'm sure
on the
Batar-
chart.
I'm sure Patar will forgive Lafdul.
If I cared.
Well, you should care. He's head of the Elven Pantheon. He's
See what I
Avatar is
mean?
Corellian.
Okay. So Lafdul, go ahead and roll another 4d10. Okay. Okay. And Leva is doing some research. Finn? Anything that you want to spend that time doing?
About the only thing Finn really would like to do right now requires a forest, so.
Okay.
As a FYI, Finn, well, I'm not memorizing these spells, so I'm not taking contact home power, so I assume you're probably the same boat. Since I'm not changing my spells.
Yeah, not until I need to change spells again.
Yeah, but it's just a case of tracking the days on it, so.
Okay. And Finn, I mean, Lafdul can become a tree. Does that help?
For about how long?
He wouldn't be old enough.
Hang on, you've got the age. Wait, hang on. Lafdul's like 100 or so years old.
Yeah, that's not even a 10th.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Now, time to go toss Lafdul to some ghosts.
No.
Does that ability mean that if we get fed up with Lafdul, he can make like a tree and leave?
He could.
I think he makes like a tree and stays.
True.
I can actually cast the spell as well as have it as a granted power. I forgot about that. I've not actually rotated my spell list.
If Lafdul turns into a tree, Braxon has a potion so he can talk to him.
Okay, anything that anyone else wants to do in those 4 days?
Braxton's going to observe the stars and see if he can see any patterns that look brighter than the rest. I'm assuming he won't.
I mean, you can certainly like the bright stars. You can see potential shapes, but you have no like. If you're like, wow, that looks like a horse, someone else could come up and be like, what the heck are you talking about? That is clearly a 10-headed dragon about to eat a dinosaur. So I'm just saying, you know.
Yep.
It sounds silly. Do I know? Is Genasi completely alien to me?
Yes.
Right.
The planner creatures?
Yeah, I was thinking about a line of questioning as to why on our wizard-esque prisoner as to why you eat rocks. And I want to see if that was a way of me learning what an Earth Genasi is, if she is one.
Yeah, you've never heard of those creatures at all. You have no concept of them even existing.
I mean, I could ask a generic question and say, why do you need rocks? I mean, are you some creature from... I know
she has
the
shown
elements.
herself to be singularly uninterested in answering any of your questions at this point.
I posed the question to Red Northern Side. I was like, you know she eats rocks?
Sard is more than happy to respond, but all of his responses are invectives and snide remarks, oftentimes about your mother and your lineage. And Red Njord also seems singularly uninterested in responding.
Do they at least seem surprised by that remark, or they already knew?
If they revealed that, like, if they were surprised by it, they didn't reveal it.
Fair enough.
Okay. You can go ahead and move another block.
Gonna be there. Oh, hang on.
So Leva found the command word.
Go ahead and roll your chance to learn spells.
Is it a case for her failing or any of the other players, or is it just...
It's a case that what you have in your library won't allow you to get the command word. You'll have to find another method of doing that. Okay, so that is a success. That was 300 gold.
Yay.
And Braxon paid for that?
Yeah.
Yes, and yes.
300. Hang on.
By the way, she's keeping the Pokeball.
You just spent the money.
Hey, Leva, as you're doing the research, I was like, when you find a command word, you go to Braxon, it's like, here's the command word, pay attention. You say the command word and throw it at him.
Unless, of course, it's a one-use item.
Oh, well, that's going to be terrible. We would have learned that, wouldn't we?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
So, what's the command word?
The command word is Korovo. K-O-R-O-V-O.
Braxon, write that down. It's for you.
Since you're claiming this item.
Okay. Okay, hang on, where is that again?
Write it on the actual item.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it.
37.
Yeah, I think there's a section word that says command word.
Yeah, just change that to that.
K-R-O.
I just put it in chat.
so I've got to look at somewhere else.
KOROVO.
Oh. Korova.
Is there any research would never indicate whether or not it would be one use or anything like that?
That research would not. You identified it,
You do.
and if the identification may indicate that it's one use or may not, it's up to you guys to kind of figure it out at this point, since you did identify it.
Well, we used it once, and if it falls apart, it's a one-off.
Okay.
Would your superior identification give any more details? Like, would it tell you what type of creature or limit, weight limit, or creature limit, or use limit? I don't remember all the spell details.
I mean, so again, like...
Oh no, I'm just putting it out there as an option.
Right,
it
it might, but is it worth that money for, like, what is that going to actually make a difference in? Like, that's something that you guys need... I feel like, I'm not trying to harp on anyone's case. I'm not trying to harp on anyone's case. I'm just...
throw it at a person if you waste it. You don't know, but it seems like an incredibly useful item you don't want to waste necessarily.
Right, but at the same time, the resources are there to be used.
Are you talking about something that Braxton's taking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then Braxton decides when he's going to...
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying that you should or shouldn't do it. I was just saying it was just a general inquiry whether or not.
But the main thing that's going to end up doing for you is put it into the too good to use category.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, speaking of, I can add a command word for my vial of smoke. My brass bottle that has limitless smoke. I think Solas has the genie one. Could he retroactively do that if he wanted to?
He is busy.
Oh.
He is researching his proficiency. He's learning his proficiency. So he's busy. Okay. Let's see. You can roll 4 more d10 for the gem cut.
I will go to Lava. Could you learn the command word for the smoke bottle for me? I will give you the money.
You can do that research.
I know, but I'm doing Gemcon.
Okay.
Are you asking Leva?
Yeah, it's because I'm going to be busy doing Gemcon. Could you do this if you're not?
Yeah, that's no problem. But I just saw, or actually Leva saw, that some of the items in the black hole are still unidentified. The ones that Solas failed and Leva never identified. Like a thin brass ring with a faceted jacinth stone. Magical text reading Vadrasha.
That summons that, well, I don't think we know, but it was like some kind of genie or ifrit. Some kind of being.
Well, it was never identified, so we only know...
but it was a logical guess that it summons that.
Well, so you just moved 8 days total. It took 7 days to research the command word. If you want to spend the 1 day to cast some identifications, that's fine with me.
Yes,
okay.
Let's do that.
Alright, let me pull up.
As far as that's 2 per day, didn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I still have some pearls. Oh, not that many. Only 2 left.
Okay.
So, for the identification, she would like to identify, as I said, a thin brass ring with a faceted jacinth stone.
Okay. All right. That is indeed a Ring of Ifriti summoning. It summons an Ifriti. A genie from the elemental plane of fire.
Aren't Ifriti the ones that grant wishes?
You would probably have to summon her and ask.
I guess.
Probably a contract or something. New master, new contract. Well, not that Lafdul would know this.
I mean, yeah. So the thing is, like, you guys won't know for sure a whole lot about it, but certainly legends are very, very clear. Not clear. Legends almost always seem to indicate that you summon a genie, you can get wishes, kind of thing, or they can serve you and do other things.
I suppose it makes sense that it's a brass ring.
So the second one would
You should
be...
totally give that to Nor. You give this low-level bookworm of a wizard a Nifrit at his command.
So the second one is an electron ring with a surface that appears like overlapping serpent scales.
Okay.
Well, that was the one that does live steaming.
Oh, also there was a you wanted Ockar to detect evil on that as well, right?
Yes, please.
Ockar, are
I
you
will.
interested in doing that?
I shall use detect evil intent.
Okay. That does not have any evil intent on it.
Yay! Then it makes sense to take it.
Seems like a neutral item.
Alright, so that electrum ring with a surface that appears like overlapping serpent scales, that is a ring that will restore your health when you... let me double check.
I think it when it killed a creature, doesn't it?
It will restore some health to you based on your melee attacks on other creatures.
Oh, is that a ring of vampiric regeneration?
Shush you.
Based on melee attack.
That's a really
Just a
good ring.
second. For a fighter. I reckon for the
Oh yeah,
casters it's less useful for the casters. Right.
Well, you don't want to get
Why
up
did you-
in a dragon's face and stab it with a dagger to get some health back?
Yeah, why not? I think by the time Leva is there, she's dead.
It is really good for the fighters, though.
Well, Braxon just put a tick on it. Does anyone
Okay.
else want to put a tick on it?
On what?
The ring
Oh.
that restores health on melee attack.
I guess
Based
I
on
could. I guess I could replace the my ring that cancels magic weapons.
You could put it on Beowulf.
People can't wear rings.
Wear it like a joker.
I think the only thing animal companions can wear is probably like a necklace or something.
That's a good point. Could
Depends a lot on the animal.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
You put the
nose
lock
ring.
stone on Beowulf.
You know what? I'm gonna let Braxon have this one.
All right.
I already got the potion.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to go for it?
No, it
Mm-mm.
makes sense for you to have it, so.
Well,
Then we have a ring that's borrowed by
It's
Braxon
Well,
with that failed identification.
Hold
Why
on,
did you
hold on, real
borrow it?
fast. Finn, do you have any interest in this this ring?
No.
yeah, because Finn fights sometimes.
Why did you borrow that one ring that has no identification on it?
Yeah, no,
Because
he
we have-
was borrowing it just to figure it out. Sorry, speaking
No.
for you, but
No,
So
Braxon
Braxton-
borrowed it because I thought we didn't know what it did, but some people thought it might do something useful, and I took it because it was alteration. And if we got into real bad trouble, I was just going to put it on and try and use it.
Did you do that?
No,
think
because we didn't get killed.
Oh, you were going Okay, let's. Leva is asking it back. Braxton, would you mind giving
Braxton,
it back so I can
yes.
identify it?
Yeah, sorry,
Which
Braxton,
ring is
already
this?
given it back. Let's
That's the
see.
silver ring with a faceted smoky quartz stone.
Okay.
Kotoa. It's not Roman. It was from Kotoa's.
Okay, that is a ring that, upon uttering a command word, allows you to teleport shortly to nearby spaces.
Oh, that is good.
I'm suddenly interested in that.
You need to find out the command word.
Yeah.
That is good.
People should put in their interest for that. I'm almost certain that Solas might have an interest in that.
Leva has teleportation and.
If you think he might have an interest in it, then hold off on it until next session.
Yeah.
I think he might do.
Yeah, it seems like it's universally useful for anyone.
Well, it'd be very useful for Lafdul because it'd be good for backstabbing.
Oh yeah, that's literally the reason why I want it.
But it
Has
also
anyone
good
looked further to see whether there's any more that needs to be identified? I don't see anything else.
You picked up a potion on the derelict ship.
Oh yeah, the ceramic rotting
see that.
fish one.
Oh yeah,
the opaque brown
liquid. Yeah, sent by Patar.
That's not been identified, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a glass vial with an opaque brown liquid.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast detect magic because we don't know.
All right.
Possibly the
That
wizard
detects as
version as
combat magic.
well.
I'm putting Braxon down as interested because Patar sent it to him.
And I'm sorry, what was that, Ockar?
I'm putting myself as interested as well.
Okay.
It's on line 44. Line up.
Clicked on the wrong line.
And Leva, you identify that as a potion that temporarily makes the wearer as strong, the imbiber as strong as a giant.
Oh,
Which particular
it's a warrior one.
You can. A second charge will reveal that as Hill Giant. So that is a potion of Hill Giant strength.
Someone's having an edit war with me.
Leva or Levy.
Oops.
Would you be up for casting detect magic on it just so I can know the wizard school and then I can write it on our potion list?
Yeah.
Well, actually,
if you have an item, if it hasn't run out yet, and if you have
It's
an item
not
that needs to be...
identification.
Actually, I'm gonna let Braxton have this one because I have a potion of Fire Giant Strength.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with you casting detect magic on that Leva. That has alteration.
No, alter.
Anyone else want it? Might be used for some.
No, it's only warriors, the giant strength potions.
Yeah.
I just want to screenshot it so I can write it in the potion list.
Would it not work for Finn, for example, when he's bear?
He's not a warrior.
Yeah, but how is he gonna drink?
It's a warrior only. It is a warrior only potion.
All the giant potions are warriors.
Fair enough.
So, what do you want Leva to do?
Ald's already done it. It was you casting detect magic, so I know what the wizard detected it as, so I can write it in the potion master list.
Yeah.
So when we come up with other potions of alteration in combat, you can say, well, it might be a potion of giant strength.
Yes.
Ald suggested I did this a long time ago, man. It's like I'm doing that, so.
Braxon mostly wanted that potion because it was sent by his deity.
Yeah, well, take it. No one's. If Ockar's not contesting it, you're the only one who can use it.
Yeah, Ockar said that he has another potion of giant strength.
Fire Giant Strength potion.
Mm-hmm. Right. Anything else?
I have something, but it's mundane.
For
In a manner
identification?
of speaking. No, as in it's like, I want to know the number of charges in my Wonder.
Okay.
You
Give
need
me a
the
second.
251 to get
It's
an
only
approximation.
if
I can give you. I mean, I can give you a general.
Yeah. That's, I mean, I haven't had it since I originally had it identified, and that was a long time ago.
Okay.
I've now
Yeah.
used it several times since, and it's got to be at least halfway or getting close towards the. That's if you're willing to do this. Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just another thing out of the.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if she wanted to use our identification for her own one, since this is her apparel.
We are essentially out of items in the player document, so yes, feel free. As long as that spell is active, then bring your stuff to be identified if you have.
I'm pretty sure I've marked this wrong, but I wrote personally that I've used the same 7 times. I'm pretty sure it's more than 7.
Okay, I have not kept track of what the original number of charges were, so I could not tell
hang
you.
on. That's why I had a decent number of charges, and I've used it 7. So.
It still has a decent number of charges.
Fair enough.
So far, it seems like Finn's the only one who's put a claim out for the Ring of Afridi summoning.
All right.
Finn's getting it.
I think we'll hold off on that though, because Solas does seem to like summoning things.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at the same time, Solas has gotten a lot of stuff lately,
That's
and
true.
I don't
Solas
think you have gotten that
bottles
much. Partly, I mean,
to-
you haven't put in claims for a lot of stuff either.
Yes.
I think it should go to Finn.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she goes.
Eva was going to take her interest, but no, I agree. It should go to Finn.
I've got
Also-
so many rings, and I only want to cater to further rings that are really good for my class, like the ring of jumping around, which is really good for my class.
So, Finn, I think you should go ahead and take the ring.
Yeah.
And
Also,
Solas
the other thing-
has a bottle that summons a genie. Apparently, he's just not identified it. Researched it.
The other thing I'd say is if, because Finn joined us later, he's got less stuff than us, so it makes sense for him to get extra stuff to catch up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Solas joined us later, and he's got plenty stuff. I don't think he's. I don't think he's.
So there's an element of like, you know, I mean, obviously if you get a crossbow, there's a significant number of, you know, significant number of the party who just is not going to be getting that, period. So there's to a certain extent you can't just look at the numbers, but Finn has definitely not gotten that many. I think Finn you haven't really been interested in a lot of the stuff, which is perfectly fair and fine. But that does also mean that when you are interested in something, it's fair to just kind of say, you know, in a lot of cases, go ahead and get it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
He should have like a stronger claim when he doesn't claim very many items.
What I was getting at is all of us can only use so many items at a time.
Yeah.
Especially me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's something that could save us and nobody's taken it and we've sold it, then someone might die. So it's better for everyone to have some stuff.
So
do you know the command word on that, or
there was a word written on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russia is written. Why don't you try it out?
Maybe not on the ship though.
Fair.
I mean, if it's a fire,
or give it to Leva, and she can find out whether this is really truly the command word.
I think I'll do it that way. If Leva would be willing.
Yes. No
Maybe practice it in your room.
But be aware that it takes a certain number of days and it costs, and
That's
she
fine.
won't pay the gold.
So
Finn would be more than willing to pay for that. So
real fast, there are some definite elements of consistency across general items. If a magic item has something written on it, and the item has a command word, that is, like, 9 times out of 10 gonna be the command word. Number one. Number two, given what you know about this item, given what you saw, you can draw the conclusion, your character would definitely draw the conclusion that what you faced, the 12-foot tall red-skinned giant creature, was what this summons.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
You may have to discuss terms. Or,
Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to summon that thing and figure out what it can, ask it what it can do.
And
Well, it's a good
it might be a good idea to summon her outside of a situation in which you need her to do a thing, so
Yeah.
that if
Figure
there's
out how
any
it'll
kind of
work.
negotiation you have to do, or whatever the situation is,
I'll have to try to do it in the middle of combat.
right, it might be a better
Yeah.
idea to get that stuff squared
House.
away when you're not under a time crunch or pressure.
But at the same
We
time,
might
doing
wanna
it
do
on
it
board
while we're-
the ship may be bad for the ship.
we can
That's true,
repair the
it might
ship.
be. It might be.
We can always repair this ship. It's probably best for you. I'm not gonna dictate this, but
Or we're almost to
I
a
leave it up to
planet.
you.
If we go down to the side of the planet,
that works too.
Alright.
That's probably the better idea.
Question.
Yes.
The summoning rings, do they have a max number of charges, or are they per day, or how do they work?
You did not get a number of charges on that. That's the only thing I can tell you right now.
Probably if it gets slain, it probably has a rest period. Educate, yes.
So it could be like the pearl that the liver has. It's just per day.
It could be a lot of things. You just didn't reveal a number of charges, so.
Okay.
Actually, that's a theory
conclude what you
crafting
want from that.
question.
Hmm?
Is that Solas? I don't know. I think Solas learned this is that creatures that are summoned via the monster summoning are, if they're killed, they're killed.
Oh yeah.
They're not. Yeah. So.
Yeah, if you summon a
could
kobold with monster
he-
summoning 1, and that kobold dies, it dies, but its body also disappears instantly.
Could we come to the same conclusion with the ring with genie?
That's up to you.
All right.
You can come to that conclusion if you want. I'm not going to tell you no.
Yeah. No.
I'm not going to tell you that you're right either.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like a reasonable thing to conclude. You know,
Yeah.
if that's what you feel, that's fine.
I still think you should keep trying to mention your ring, Ockar. I mean, yeah, you think it does nothing, but I think it's because we just.
No, I know what it does. I just keep forgetting to mention it in a fight.
And there's and that's perfectly fair. I mean, if I forget about it as well, then to a certain extent, like, is that an item that's really something that you care about? You know, even if it's powerful, if you always forget to use something, it's not that powerful.
I'm just sad because it's like
It's fine.
I know I'm upset because it's just not something you can typically find because does
It's
it radiate
fine.
magic?
It doesn't. It's not that. It.
You mean by
To
ring of
me
weapon
it is. To me
cancellation?
it is. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is to me it is.
Yeah.
Also.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I mean, I just have to remember it. It's just hard for me to remember it after a week.
And it's, and I need to remember it too. And that's the thing, is that to a certain extent, if the player and the dungeon master are forgetting, and I honestly cannot remember if it's come up. I've definitely remembered it a couple times when it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I think I've tried to.
I've remembered a couple. I've
people.
remembered at least once, and that helped a bit.
Yeah. So here's like, but
I'm
it
gonna
ultimately
try-
boils down to like the items need to be usable by the players, not just the characters.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to remember the ring more. I'm gonna try to.
Oh no, I'm not criticizing you. I'm not criticizing you. What the point I'm trying to make is that if a player has an item and everyone always forgets about it, and another item comes along that you can replace it with that you will remember, or you don't have to do anything to remember, like, you know, just like a ring of protection +1 kind of thing.
I already have a ring of protection.
It's a perfectly fair argument to be like, maybe we should just get this use this instead because we'll remember it.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Old.
Mhm.
Would Nor be able to fight with a spear?
He's a wizard.
No, he's a wizard.
Oh, okay. I thought wizards could fight with spears.
I mean, he could fight with a spear, but he's going to be taking a -5 penalty to hit. He can't gain proficiency in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that they could use it, even though they
Oh yeah,
can't.
no, anyone can use any item. I mean, obviously a cleric is going to take some issue. You know, like clerics are special in that their restrictions are
It's oath, no violence or something.
like it's a divine restriction as opposed to anything else. So if they use a different weapon, they can take some penalties from their deity. But if a wizard wants to use a spear, they can use a spear. They're just taking a -5 to hit. That's fine.
Right.
A thief can use anything that they want to. They just take a -3 to hit. It's fine. You just can't gain proficiency in it.
Okay.
But again, it's like, you know, you're never going to feel comfortable using it.
I mean, Lafdul could use a two-handed sword, but he doesn't have the usual restriction. He can gain proficiency in
Yeah.
it. Which would be hilarious. Just because.
But you also can't backstab with it
Yeah, I know. I'm sad about that.
because it's not a thief weapon.
Can I backstab with a katana? Or you get the same damage
It's not a
die
thief
as
weapon.
the
It's not a thief
longsword?
weapon.
What?
It's not a thief weapon.
how about Numerial?
She's
Also
I
a
would like
wizard.
to use a wizard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sun Fayon, he's a
Sun
general
Fayon is a cleric. So he's restricted to bludgeoning weapons.
Right. Okay.
All right.
There is a druid on our sphere, on our asteroid, that's terraforming it. I mean, we could give that as a gift, or did we pay him? I can't remember. Or did he go?
I mean, if you want to give that to him, you know, like in addition to some money, it's going to replace some money that you could pay him. I mean, you know, or something like that. You know, it's a possibility you can keep in mind.
Seems like a really good spear, especially to a sea druid. They'd love an item like that.
Yeah.
Shame we don't know any.
What about the saber with the basket hilt? Is that the sort of thing that Nenanius uses?
He's got a longsword.
Got
Magical.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not particularly interested in a saber.
He uses a composite longbow and a longsword, I think.
Yep.
Does he use anything else? I would have asked him, as I would have trained with him at some point.
Short
It
swords.
doesn't matter.
He doesn't like.
No.
I'd have to go back and check to see how many weapon proficiencies that he'd actually have. I didn't detail out that. He's going to have a couple others, but he's most comfortable with long swords and composite bows. It would probably yeah, okay, so he would definitely be skilled with short swords and short bows as well. He'd probably be skilled with spears.
Nenanius.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that.
Spears
maybe
are
that
spears are also they're not as favored as swords, but they would also be a favored elven weapon.
Maybe that dark ironwood spear could help him.
I mean, it's up to you, but he's also
He's got stuff.
clearly not a
Permanent party member
yeah.
as well.
I mean, he's not an NPC that's going to be hanging around. As soon as he gets back to Elven Imperial Enclave, that he can then get travel back to where he goes. That's his plan, is to leave.
We could possibly lend it to him because he's
got magical. Wow. Yeah.
He's got a magical sword. His sword is magic.
Okay.
Is it a case of Old doesn't want to keep track of it?
That's part of it, yeah.
Yeah. There's more toys for you to play with.
I suppose Braxon should be interested in it because it's made out of special wood.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, but because I can
It's-
use a spear, but
It says it's an ironwood spear.
I can't go around carrying like a menagerie of like infinite weapons without an actual bag of holding.
Nope, you can't.
Yeah, Braxon
It's
needs
so impractical for me to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Braxon needs like a golf caddy. Who just carries around loads of weapons.
We should get like a hireling NPC and we should just deck them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, have this plate bow. Here, have this two-handed sword. Here, have this highly explosive potion of explosions. Just don't give them to Braxon.
Yeah. I think Braxton would hire his own follower.
I mean, you can literally have
highly-
your own followers when you get
Yeah.
a stronghold.
Yeah, he will do. He will do. Yeah.
Are you happy with the distribution right now?
Yeah, I'm happy with distribution.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to.
All right, so you're about 4 days away from the planet.
Lafdul, do you want Leva to look at the command word?
Oh, yes, I did. Smoke thing.
How long will that take?
It's the same as
7 days.
Okay.
We're now trying for the 4th week, right? Correct?
Okay. Let me see.
The reason why I was saying that, I haven't rode for the gem cutting before on the 4th week. For lots of 4 days, sorry.
Isn't that what the 19 was?
This is what I've wrote on my thing. As in what I've been
Yeah,
rolling.
you're right. All right.
So the 4th...
Okay. Yep, go ahead and roll. Sorry.
Alright, 23.
Not bad. Okay. All right. All right, so you're 4 days away from the planet. You can go ahead and move the ship onto that tile.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, hold on a second.
Alright, so either to Braxon or Ockar, if we're getting to the combat situation, I have memorized the bark scan. I can give you armor. So you don't have to get your armor on.
That sounds good.
I mean, you could ask Finn, he might do the same thing, but obviously you need to discuss that with him.
Okay, so you get to the orbit, but you got 4 days, so at Lafdul you can roll another 4d10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's going to take care of all of the gems that you got from the Pex as a reward.
And the last lot were all the quartz.
Yeah, how many of those did you have?
I've only got one. I'm pretty sure we had like 50. Hold on a second.
Yeah, we have like 49 uncut.
Yeah, 49.
Okay.
No, it's all after the game anyway. I've got the numbers, so.
Right, I just need to...
Do you think we'll be selling stuff today?
No.
Alright.
Find people we can trust first.
Okay.
We wait for the
Yeah,
other
I
ship
don't
a little
know
bit.
once. Because, I mean, it's one of those things, if I know ahead of time, I can start arranging a sell.
Are we going to wait for the other ship in orbit?
Well, first you have 4 days to get to the
Yeah,
planet,
that's
so...
true.
Braxon, are you doing anything in that time period?
He'll try and whittle more holy symbols out of offcuts of wood, but I'm
Okay.
sure he'll run out of offcuts of wood at some point.
It's fine. I don't care. Ockar,
But it's a bit
anything...
cheesy, isn't it? Infinite supply of holy symbols. Poor quality holy symbols.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
A tree of infinite wood, that's what you need.
Ockar, anything in special other than what you've been doing that you're doing in those 4 days?
Not really, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Aren't you trying to get the basics of your training on your dog? Even
I've
though
been
you
doing.
can
That's
do
part
it,
of all the
but-
stuff I've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Finn.
am training with the axe to try to get proficiency in it.
Oh, do you have a proficiency slot available, or is this in preparation for when you go up a level?
Prep when I go up a level.
Finn, anything that you're doing?
Nothing special.
Okay. Leva, you are researching the command word.
Ah, yes.
All right. Anything else that you're doing?
No.
And Lafdul, you already rolled for the gem cutting. Okay. All right. So, you close in on the outermost planet in this sphere. You can see that the planet itself is a rough ovoid shape. So it's like oblong. But it's rough. It's not smooth like you would expect from a lot of other planets. It's very, very rough and rocky. You can see craters. There are thick white clouds as you're approaching it, and you can see that the ground below is gray and white. You're pretty
Quick
sure that
question.
this is like an icy world.
On the proficiency slots thing, when it says, number of levels, does that mean number of levels past level 1?
No, that's so if it's like 3, it's 3, 6, 9.
Oh, then I would have an open, weapon proficiency.
Okay. Then you would have that now.
Okay. I'll just add battle axe to my weapon proficiencies.
All right.
Is it battle axe or axes? Because you can use hand axes.
It's battle axe.
Oh.
Hand
Right.
axes are different. And you can see that the ring around the planet, it's thick, and you're pretty sure it's either entirely or mostly ice. So this is clearly, like, you can tell from up here that this is a frigidly cold world below you.
You can replace our water there. Nice and crisp,
Yeah.
cold water. Frozen fresh.
You could definitely take a few minutes to like move into the
Oh, didn't you say it had rings?
yeah, you can take a short amount of time to move into the ring and get a large chunk of ice.
Oh, they are. Yeah, so I was wondering if they were.
Yep.
Should we do that?
Can we get
You're
lost in the ring?
This close up, I mean, it's a ring surrounding the entire planet, consisting entirely of chunks of ice of various sizes. And to move through it would require to be at close enough to be able to make out individual pieces easily. You're moving at tactical speed. So yeah, like if you just hide yourself in the ring, it would be very difficult for another ship to find you without doing a full sweep of the entire thing, assuming that you stay still.
Why don't we do that for a while?
You're supposed to be meeting the other ship here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
And they probably are not hiding in there waiting for you, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to find them.
True.
They would have said in the ice
Yeah,
ring
okay.
or something.
So, is that one ring or more than one ring?
I mean, it's a thick single ring, and
Right.
from a distance it has some varied colors, but there aren't like spaces in between multiple rings, kind of thing.
Let's go check out, see if it's drinkable water.
Well,
Alright.
we have
Great.
someone that can know for certain about that.
Yeah, Finn has a granted power that he can determine if water's drinkable or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds silly, yeah, Finn. Does that tell you in its frozen state if it's drinkable? Or is that just a logic thing?
It tells him it's ice cream.
Not currently drinkable, but it's fresh.
Finn, I would say that, yeah, you could tell if a chunk of ice were in some way going to be harmful once it was melted. I think that's fair.
The way it actually reads is identifies plants, animals, and pure water with perfect accuracy.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, what it would be is like, is this pure water or is this not pure water, kind of thing.
Oh, basically, we need to boil it all, so we'll purify it somehow.
Well, I mean, I haven't told you anything about the.
I'm sure we'll figure out any second now.
And there's chunks of various sizes. Some of them clearly the size of, like, you know, they would definitely be size A planetoids. But the vast majority are ship-sized or smaller, so it's pretty easy to, like, go in and grab chunks that are the size of a person and put them somewhere to melt. You know, like over a barrel, so that as it
Cuts
melts,
it
it
in.
goes down and
Yeah.
you know, melts down into the barrel.
You could have like a little bit of fun of ice sculpting. It's a recreational, fun activity.
So Finn, you're gonna help out, check some of these out, grab, like, get the crew to pull one in and
Yep.
examine it.
Yep.
Okay. Finn, the water seems pure, but the ice chunk itself is dirty. You recommend using some cloth below it as it melts to filter out just like grit and dirt and sand and stuff like that. Otherwise, that should be fine.
Cheesecloth it.
Something
Thank
like
you.
that, yeah.
Is there anything useful in the dirt?
No, it's just
Wow.
it's just it's more like
It's space dust.
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the music about that? It could be like,
Let's just,
You're
let's just
nickeling timing it.
Let's just distract Braxon while we filter the water, the ice. Somebody keep
essence of the
keep
tar.
Braxon busy.
Yeah, I'll be keeping Braxton occupied.
Okay.
it could be like it has diamond dust in or something weird.
It sounds
Well,
silly, I can't-
the thing though is that that's not something that Finn can determine.
Oh,
No.
can I? Oh, well, now this is making suddenly a rabbit's hole.
Yeah, yeah,
We
no.
don't need to. I mean, we're not going to find everything in the universe.
How much dust is there in the ice? So how much is actually in the cloth once it's finished filtering?
It will take it'll take many hours for it to melt completely, unless you want to do something to speed it up.
Can
But that
she
would also
find-
produce a lot of steam.
Mm-hmm.
Did
No, it's okay.
alchemy doesn't allow you to find out the composition of what something is it? It's just related to potions, or
No, it kind of does.
because you figure out what the dust is? Is it just literally dust?
She can try it, yeah.
Or is that going to cost her like a fortune?
It wouldn't cost a fortune, no.
What? Have Leva look at the dust?
Yeah, just do
See
some
what it was.
alchemical diagnostics kind of thing.
All right. So yeah, she can do that, but only after everything is done. She's not going to do it piecemeal.
Well,
Just
yeah, I mean, you
once.
need to let the water melt anyway, and then take
Yes.
whatever's left over in the cloth that you put over. So, like, basically, what you're doing is that you set out the barrels, and you get chunks of ice resting on top of just about any cloth will do that you have, like sailcloth and stuff like that. Maybe not sailcloth, but whatever. You have cloth on hand that will do what you need to do. And as it melts, it just like drips down through the cloth into the barrel to fill up the barrel, while catching all of the, you know, or most of the junk in the cloth itself. So when that's done, you can collect what's left.
I suppose it'd be nice to have some cold water for a change.
So would you need to roll for alchemy?
Yeah, but you're probably going to need to wait a day because it's going to take a while for all this ice to melt.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. I will say that you can get completely restored on your water here, though.
It sounds silly, but do these things have air attached to them?
Some do, some don't, but it's not enough to make a difference unless you actually dip into one of the A-sized pieces. Since you're supposed to be meeting the other ship here, you may just want to like grab some chunks, tie them to the ship, and then periodically, like you can't do all of it at once, but you can get some chunks and just like kind of drag them along with the ship for a while. Tie them off to the side, kind of thing.
Sounds good.
And once all your barrels are full, anything left you can just let float out of the air envelope.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, is it cold around here in this sphere or around this area in particular?
When you're inside the ring of ice, yeah, it's like a 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know, single digits Celsius, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
And of course, having all of this ice in your air envelope is gonna make it a lot cooler as well.
Nice crisp atmosphere, I suppose. Anyone want to do an ice bucket challenge? Ice bath challenge?
So, Braxon, you would know that generally if you're intending to meet another ship at a planet, and no specific place is specified, and they did not, the poles are usually the most likely place to do so because that's the easiest place to, like, go.
Okay. Should we go to the North Pole?
See if you can get advantage on either of them first to see if they're there. If not, then we just go one. Or we
All right.
around.
Braxon will use his spyglass.
Yeah, it's too far. Too far to make anything out. You'll have to just go up there and look.
Yeah, we'll go to the North Pole.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, we'll go into a polar orbit.
Okay. You after grabbing all this ice, you do head to the above the north pole of this rough planet below you, and you do see an asteroid that you think is the same one that you saw a while ago, because it does look like just a space rock.
Right, yeah. Because I was thinking, that's a pool, but it could be our friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you close in, you do get a signal from them. Go ahead and give me a signaling check, please, Braxon.
Okay. Sorry, it's a bit windy at the moment.
That's fine. All right.
I don't know where that wind's come.
Okay, so there's some unusualness, some unusual signs and stuff like that, but you figure it out. Maybe that like they seem to be almost speaking with like an accent or a dialect of common kind of thing. Like maybe they're the common that they are familiar with has some minor differences from what you're used to with what they're signaling. But the signals read, bring your ship alongside, we would like to talk to you.
Yeah. Braxton to tell the others and then say, we'll go to them, or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we trust them so much?
Well, they helped us out in the fight.
No reason why not to, if they're going to help us, so.
Look, we'll go up there, see what's up, and if they decide to betray us, we'll just fight back.
Against an asteroid?
If we're already docked with them, we can invade the asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they might
Actually,
also...
how would that work if they're docked with us? Could they just like shake us off or undock us or smash into us or?
We'll find out if you are with them.
All right. So you head towards this rocky vessel. As you close in closer, you notice some things about this ship that on this closer inspection, as you're approaching them, you notice that not everything that appeared to be just rough natural rock truly is. You can see that one portion of it, which you quickly realize is the quote-unquote bottom, although out in space it would also be the top of the lower half, given reverse gravity. But it is clearly a section that is flattened in such a way that this can land on a flat surface.
Oh, nice.
But it wasn't quite like it's done in such a way that until you get close and start actually like staring at this thing, it doesn't look like that. It looks natural and rough. And you can also see that some of the craters hide weapon ports. They do not appear to be loaded as you're approaching.
Yeah.
So you make a best guess as to where to pull up alongside them, and as you're doing so, a rocky door inside a crater on the side opens up, and ropes are tossed out to you from the darkness within, allowing you to tie up, and a thick wooden gangplank slowly kind of telescopes out, or like moves out towards your ship to rest on an open deck, so they or you could cross between them. And then out of the darkness inside the vessel steps a few short figures that none of you have ever seen before. They almost, height-wise, they're a bit shorter than dwarves. They're about 3 feet tall, so they're more the height of halflings or gnomes. But their proportions are such that they just feel squashed to you, like someone took someone who should be taller, like 6 feet tall, and just compressed them down to about 3 feet tall. They're very broad, very thick, with thick fingers and feet. Their feet are bare and almost elephantine in shape, with very thick nails. They are wearing outfits that clearly speak to you as a minor outfit. They're grays and browns. A number of them are wearing outfits that clearly have like dust and dust stains and stuff like that on them. And they're armed with picks and shovels that appear to be very sharp. And you quickly realize that those are weapons, but they're weapons modeled after tools that you would use in mining.
Oh, cool. So like pickaxes and stuff.
Yeah, pickaxes, shovels, but the shovels would count as like a bladed weapon. They'd swing with the sharpened end, like an axe kind of thing.
Not like... No, I was thinking like military picks or something.
Well, yeah, some of their weapons would definitely be count as military picks.
And Braxon doesn't know what they are.
Nope.
says the name on the sheet.
Yeah, well, you'll learn them soon enough. It's fine.
Okay.
Good day.
But a figure that's clearly a leader. He doesn't look quite as stocky as the others, and his outfit that still looks very much like an outfit that a miner would wear is made of nicer cloth, better cut. It's clean. And he steps forward to greet you, but that's going to wait until after the break.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll be right back then.
The dreaded break.
We will find out who these people are. Ignore the word at the top, but you'll get the individual's name when we come back from the break. So, we'll be back shortly, everyone. Go ahead and get a drink, stretch your legs, that kind of thing, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes.